Welcome to the second episode of Christ-Centered Business, where as business people we get to learn how to operate in a Christ-centered manner. Today our guest is Mr. Fungai Chimwamurombe. Foremost, he is a Christian, serving as an elder at Ellen Pentecostal Church and a member of the Finance Management Committee. He is a qualified legal practitioner. He has practiced law in the commercial world. He is a family man, married to the beautiful Pamela Chimwamurombe, and two amazing sons who are full of energy and are going to follow the footsteps of their father. He then ventured into full-time practice and is currently the senior partner at Chimwamurombe Legal Practice, a leading law firm in collaboration with Anderson Global. Besides law, he holds other academic qualifications in business administration, leadership, and microfinance. He is an entrepreneur running other businesses, which include logistics, microfinance, and agriculture. He also sits on various organizations as a director or as a trustee. With this said, we can safely say he is more than qualified to speak about business, considering his success. We welcome you, Mr. Chimwamurombe.
Thank you, Tino. I am excited to be part of this dialogue. After reading my profile, I'm so excited, and I hope the dialogue is going to help a lot of our viewers. And I'm also thankful to the Ellen Pentecostal Church media team. Well done, Tino, and the team. You are doing a great job, and we believe with these online discussions we are going to impact some individuals and have business to grow even in church. Yes.
The topics we are going to delve in today, as we have mentioned before: registration of business, formal versus informal sector, capital issues, risk issues, and basket issues, which we are going to find out a bit more as we continue in our discussion. So we are going to delve in straight, and we're going to start with registration of businesses. What is the importance of registering our businesses?
Thank you, Tino. Registration of a business makes it formal in the sense that you are now recognized in the country as an entity that is trading. It is very much important to have a business registered, because we are looking at a situation whereby if you are not registered, you may not be able to participate in different bids that may be flagged out by other companies. And there are also other areas where you may not participate if you are not registered. People would want companies that are registered to participate in business, and if you are not registered, then you are depriving yourself that opportunity to participate. Furthermore, there is also the aspect of being seen with some level of genuinity, and also being a company that can trade even overseas. You may not participate in certain international transactions if you're just an individual. Well, like I'm saying, you may not, but you may, but the bulk of cases that we have, people want to see registered entities to participate. And also, a company, we call it, it has a perpetual succession. To say, if you die today as an individual, the company still exists. The company will still continue even after your lifetime, because it is seen as a person. If you register a company, you are given a certificate of registration, which is like a death certificate, or which is like an ID. So it becomes a person in its own right, and can also trade.
All right, thank you very much. I hope we are taking notes on the importance of registering our businesses. Being a legal practitioner, we understand that there are legal processes and requirements in Zimbabwe when registering a company. What are these legal processes and registration requirements?
Okay, thank you, Tino. I would obviously give the general things that you need to have. Otherwise, I don't want to take our viewers into a commercial law class to be giving them too much information. But I would say the first thing that you must have is the name. You must have at least the name that identifies your company. What do you want to be called? You want to be called Johnny Private Limited, or you want to give you the name of the children, Fungai Private Limited. Obviously, there are different types of companies. The broader ones is the private limited and the public company. But obviously, I will limit our discussion for purposes of this meeting or this dialogue to maybe a private limited company, because that's where we're saying maybe our church members or people who are watching would want to at least have a company. So the first thing which you need to do is to register a private limited company, is to have a name. You need to have a name. There are many names out there, but obviously the registrar of companies would then give you the option which would not have been taken by other previous business players. So you need to have the name. Then you also need to have directors. These are people that are going to be running the company. So you need to choose between 2 people up to 20. You need to have whether you can start with your friends, or it can be a family unit, or it can be colleagues from school. I would encourage you, since you're at university, you can start your own business with the colleagues at the university. So you have directors, and on the directors, you need to obviously to have their addresses. You need to have now the ID number and the date of birth. Or they come on the ID, you must present them to the registrar. Then importantly, you must also have an address where that business or that company is going to operate from. So the company should actually have its own address. You may, as you want to start, to maybe put your residential address, but the danger is that sometimes the banks will not like that. So you need to set up a business premise, or you rent a business premise for you to use as an address. But for starters, you can just put an address where information can be sent to. So in a nutshell, those are the paperwork that need to be developed. But as you start yourself, you need to know what are the objectives of the company. What do you want to do? So you need to have, you want to start a bakery, do you want to start maybe a fashion and design business, or you want to get into horticulture. So when you indicate to the registrar your objectives, you must identify the nature of the business that you are going to enter. So in a nutshell, these are things that you must quickly put on the table. Then you approach a legal practitioner or accountant. I will not market my business, but you can then approach experts to have your company registered to the registrar of company.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It is very important for us to register our businesses, as he has mentioned, because it makes us formal and legal and known in the societies that we're living in. Which brings us to the next issue of formal versus informal sector. He has spoken about the formal sector, and we've already understood the significance of the formal sector. What is the significance of the informal sector?
Well, the significance of the informal sector, I would say, in as much as there's a lot of talk against the informal sector, but I would say the informal sector comes in very handy. It's very quick for people to make money, number one. Number two, there is obviously minimum regulations. You don't have so much regulations coming to you. For instance, I will maybe put a comparison. If you want to get into a business of a microfinance, where I'm also a player in, you always need to register with RBZ. They need to come and inspect your premises. You must obviously have certain licenses that are required. Even if you're going to get into real mining, where you need to register, you need to have all the certificates, and you need to comply with the environmental laws and stuff. Whereas if you look at certain informal sector practitioners, you don't have so much in terms of rules and regulations. You have, with a few dollars, you can quickly start something, and you then have food on the table. So you realize that in a country like Zimbabwe, where we have so many people who are in the informal sector, the drive should then need to come up with the structures and the rules that may then incorporate them into formal environment or into formal sector. But at this point, there's need to acknowledge them. I would say there are those called artisanal miners. Some call them macrocosa. It's a certain form of informal mining, in my view, because there isn't so much guidelines, so much regulations that are there. But the economy can still push, it can still move. though the general language is that we need to then formalize at a certain given point. We can't continue to be babies. We need to come up and then formalize. I would also want to maybe to link up with the current situation of the COVID-19. You realize that the government has allowed the formal businesses to operate, and the informal business not to operate. So maybe to look at the distinction there is now some advantages of formalizing business. So one way or another, even as much as your practice as an informal trader, you may need to scale up and be a formal trader.
All right. Thank you very much for that informative advice. So we are encouraging informal sector businesses to venture into the formal sector because it has advantages that you can benefit from. Up next, we are going to talk about issues surrounding capital. Is it always necessary to start a business with capital, or is capital always necessary to start a business?
I would say, Tino, it depends with the scale of the business that you want to start and also the type of business that you want to start. But before I delve on that distinction, the critical issue is, well, maybe to define briefly what capital is. Because generally people will say, I don't have capital, but asking them, what capital are you talking about? He wants to sell maybe some tomatoes and the onions, he wants capital. Someone wants to start a bank and is looking at capital. Someone wants to venture into real and the big horticulture project, he wants capital. So capital, in a nutshell, in simple terms, this is the money that one requires to put into a business for it to start to run. So I would then approach it in this way. If you want to start big, you need money. If you want to get into a project where maybe you want to trade, you need money. So obviously in that case, capital is very, very important. So, but I would also want to maybe to dilute a certain misconception that is in the market that for you to start anything, you then need money. I would then say there are things that you can start without money in your pocket. You may need to know who and who in Zimbabwe. You may need to know who are the people trading there, and you can actually be an intermediary or an agent. And you are already starting a business, but you just connect to people, so there's no money involved. You can have an idea. You want to start up something, and the idea is very clear and straightforward. The next thing that you need to know is, okay, who can I approach? Who can come and support my idea? And those people are bringing money, you're just saving the idea. Then at the end of the day, you don't have real money. So in that case, your biggest capital will be your idea, to be your mind. So it all depends on what you want to start. But I would also say, as you want to venture into business, it is very, very critical to call or to do what we call starting with the low-hanging fruits. Yes, you want to get into agriculture, or you want to do horticulture, then you need a greenhouse, obviously for a mass production. But the question is, if you started with 1 or 2 or 3 beds and start to sell tomatoes to the local people in your area, you can start that. Then you build your money and you start bigger things. So I would say, let's start with things that are at our disposal. You want to start what we call this, an auction business. You may not want to start by renting a very big business and starting to do that. But with the idea, so the idea now, you now start from the lower hanging fruits. Look around you, people from church, look around your household. Are there no things that you can easily dispose that you don't need? Then you start to develop your business and your idea will go. So I would say capital, yes or no, depends on the scale and the nature of the business. But I would say to a business person or someone with an idea and a vision today, you are not supposed to wait for money to come. The money, I tell you, will not come. What you need to do is think through and pray. What should I do with my idea? Are there no people who are able to help me? And are there no people who are able to give me the money? I must tell you, there are people who believe that I got my idea, I do not share my idea, and I will implement it when I have the money. You can't wait for tomorrow. And this is the time, and as I speak to the youth also who are watching, I would suggest you must have people that you look up to as mentors, as business people that you look up to. These are people that can also support your idea, and you can even trust your idea and put money to it. Then you can't sit and say, I'm waiting for money. You must wake up, share your idea, pray about it, and doors will open.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People who are saying they're waiting for capital, this is a message for you. Your mind is the capital. Get the low-hanging fruits and do something today while you can. Thank you so much, Mr. Chimwamurombe. Just a reminder that we are taking questions in the comments section, so please feel free to just write your question and we'll discuss it when we have finished the bulk of the topics that are here today. Our next issue is concerning risk. Risk is the reason why people are failing to do certain things, and we need to learn to harness the ideas surrounding risk. And risk seems to also be an arising issue in Zimbabwe. What are the main risks that are surrounding Zimbabwean business at this time, in your opinion?
I would say risks are normally the negatives that affect the growth of any business. These are things that will obviously pose some threats for the operations of any business. I would say we can classify these risks in various categories. For instance, we have got political risks, we've got social risks, we've got economic risk, we've got technological risk, and legal risk. And depending with the trade that you are venturing, you must be clear and write down things that you anticipate to happen or you expect to happen in your business. And you just say, okay, economically, what are the things that may happen to me? Right now, you look at how the currency is moving, and do you have somewhere to trade? You look at those things and say, okay, how can I deal with these things? But genuinely, and if you look at a global scale, the main things that you look at are things that to do with the economy, and say, okay, apart from what I have in my office, what are the things that can come out of the global or from the country which may affect the operations? So those are, in a nutshell, the broader risks. But if you then look at a business internal systems now, or if you look at one who is operating a bakery, or one is operating a shoe manufacturing company, or one who is selling some agricultural produce, there are certain internal risks now that are associated with that particular business. Okay, if you are into microfinance, do you have the funding that you might want to give out? Do you have the proper individuals in your organization, which I call the human resource, and also some systems that may pose some risk? So the internal things now, you now need to sit down and say, above all these global, which are the political, the macro issues, or the huge issues which may affect the whole country or every player in the business, what are these things that are in my company that I must be very careful about? You look at things like theft. Yeah, people can actually steal things from you if you are selling some products. You also need to look at a very interesting concept which I'm talking about here. We call it intellectual property. Yeah, we have got so many youngsters who are coming up with some good ideas, innovative ideas. Then you need to look at, did you register those ideas or your patents or trademarks? It's a bigger topic on its own. I'll discuss with you another time. But my point is, you may have your idea stolen by someone else. So the idea is you must be able to register it. You are protecting yourself from that risk that you may have some issues. And also, if you are in agriculture, I've got keen interest in agriculture, mining and microfinance. That's where I'm coming from as well. You must look at how the market is performing now. The people have the money to buy your products. You must look at the timing of your farming, if you're in farming. So if you're in mining, you must need to look at how the minerals are going to be traded, and also there no people are going to come and steal. So the subject of risk, I've already categorized it from bigger, which you may cover even other business players in your sector, and also those in your company or in your operation. But risks are there, and you must be very careful about them, and you must also be coming up with some ideas.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that insightful comment. He has also spoken of how we can prepare for these risks, being aware of them and strategizing against their impact on your organization. Our last topic for the day is baskets. Warren Buffett is known for a saying in business. He says, "Do not put your eggs in one basket." What is your comment on this, especially to the Zimbabwean context?
Thank you, Tino. It's a very interesting subject, and I always want to talk about it. If you read the Bible, I think in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 11, I always encourage people to go and read it from verse 1 to verse 7. It is very clear that you don't know what happens. There is some uncertainties in business. So what is the message there is that you must then look at yourself as an individual who wants to survive and say, okay, so if I'm going to start this business, should I put all my money in this business? For instance, you have got $10,000. So the question is, if I'm going to buy some inputs with the whole $10,000 for agriculture, am I safeguarding myself? Or if anything happens in that area, what will come out of that about 10,000? If you want to do fishing, that's another thing. You're going to do some fishing and sell your fish, but the question is, if something happened to that market, I will lose, or you lose the whole 10,000. So I would then liken the one Buffett basket concept, I mean, not putting eggs in one basket concept like what our mothers used to do. They used to do what they call intercropping. Intercropping is where you have one field, but you put so many crops in that field. And at the end of the day, if maize does not do well, you still get some groundnuts. If groundnuts does not do well, you still get maybe some sorghum. The idea was, I don't know what's going to happen, but at least with this one field that I have, I'm supposed to get at least something. So I would then say, you are one individual, and you have only one maybe capital pool. That's the 10,000 that you have. So what you then need to do is to say, okay, I'll put 2,000 in this on this area. I'll put 5,000 because this is a bit lucrative. I would rather put 5,000 on that side, and I'll also put maybe 2,000 on this side, and I'll also maybe save 1,000. I hope the 10,000 have come up there. So the idea is simply to say, as an individual, you must not have one source of income because you don't know what will happen. I would not give examples, but I know for sure in this COVID-19 scenario, those who are relying on one source of income, and when it was then closed, they are now in big trouble. But if they had also some money that was put, or some ideas that was also put on certain areas, they were also going to benefit on that area. So I would say, and with the example of intercropping that I've given you, it doesn't matter how much money you have. The idea is it must be in your mind that I can't rely on this thing. I know there's a temptation that today this is paying, so I'm going to put all my money there. But you never know. Like a mother who is pregnant, that's what the scripture actually said. You don't know what's going to happen. And you cannot sit down and then expect that you get profits from one area. So I would then say, if you are an individual who wants to get into business, think through. They might be interrelated, the business that you want to start. They might be connected in one way or another. But the idea is don't take the whole money that you have and put it into one thing. Because if you're going to put your eggs into one basket, and if something happens in that basket, you are now down. So the idea is you can, the other thing that we as Zimbabweans are not really used to do, which we must do, because obviously because of our fragile economy, is obviously to try to see which areas can I put my dollars. When I'm talking right now, I'm talking to people who've got a lot of money. I'm also advising you that you may not need to rely on one side. Those who don't have a lot of money, you can just say, okay, at least I've got this amount of money within me. can I just put this amount of money there? If you don't have 3 ideas, I will then say, you must save the other amount. Yes, you can put 5,000 into the business, then the other 5,000, you can keep it. There is a temptation of that I must put more money, but like I'm saying, anything can happen. So we must, but I also want to encourage, especially church people, that let's start business with friends. Let's start people with the cell group, fellow members. Let's start business. The idea is that John may be good at this, Peter might be good at that. So you can start now to invest in these various or different businesses. So at the end of the day, if John's business does not come out well, it's fine. You can then proceed with another business. So I am therefore encouraging the brethren that let's think around having so many streams of income. Let's not look at the money that is going to come from those incomes, but the idea is you may get 100% profit from this, you may get 30 from that, you may get 29 from that. In difficult times, even those two may not give you money, but the other one will give you money. So that's my understanding of the baskets concept from Warren Buffett. Yes.
Interesting. Wow. Thank you so much. Very inspired. Some of us were venturing only in one business. Now we know to put our ideas in various sections so that our eggs do not end up broken when events that we do not know take place. We are now moving on to the section of answering questions. We've got a question from Paul Mutakara, and he is saying which business type is advisable to youth and others who are starting small, between private business corporation or private limited, and is it possible to get government tenders if you are registered as PBC?
Okay, there are many questions coming up there from Paul. Thank you for the question. I would say for a youth person, the businesses that you must start, obviously they are versatile, there are quite many. You can even venture into mining. In Zimbabwe, with the Youth Mining Confederation, you can start your own microfinance. You can start. What I would encourage is look at your funding and be very real with it. And I would encourage you. You know, I always say to one of my players in business that being young is an advantage because you are very, very energetic, and your mind is too very fast to think, and you're quite innovative, and you can interact. You can afford to maybe sleep for only 6 hours and try to make some repose and do other business, and also try to think. And you are not really bound by even traveling. You can even, okay, today I'm waking up and I want to travel to Mtoko to see my gold mine. Sometimes maybe when you are now a bit old, you may not have the energy, you have some things that may tie you down. But I would then say, let's look at the most paying industries, which obviously would help you as a youth. I always say that there are things in Zimbabwe or elsewhere in the world that if you do and you do them right, you never go wrong. If you venture into agriculture, if you venture into banking or maybe microfinance, if you venture into mining, and also if you venture into food, where we can go food place, and also if you venture into clothing. Why? Because these businesses are there, and also transport, adding on it. The people are being born every day. They are requiring all these things. So this is a youth, you must quickly jump into any of these areas. And don't be sophisticated. Yes, do what you are able to do now, and you are good to go. That was his first question. And also he asked me about PBC, whether you can also participate in tenders. I did not explain about PBCs. You know, if you look at our new Companies Act, it provides for PBCs as well. They used to be there as well, but they're also incorporated. These are private business cooperative. These who have members does not have directors. So I didn't want to go into detail because they're also partnerships. You can even partner with John and Peter, and you have your paperwork and you're able to trade, like what many law firms do. I was putting much focus on private limited because from my experience, these are companies that are given priority. And when people ask some things, they always want to ask the registered company name. I have not seen a government tender with a PPC outline. Many government tenders that I have seen, especially even if you look at their requirements, they always want a certificate of incorporation, they always want memorandum of articles, they always want CR6. These are documents that accompany the private limited company. I would then say, if you want to get tenders, why not going the route of the private limited company? It's more beneficial in my view. And you also have some advantages that I've already hinted if you go the private limited route. Yes.
Thank you very much. Another question from Grace Yada Favor. Assuming I have a brilliant idea and I feel it's out of this world, I have checked with my contact who can assist in funding. Seems no one is able to. Being our advocate, do you have people whom you are able to refer to us who are able to provide the capital whilst I invest my brains? So I'm assuming this is a young youth from Elim Pentecostal Church.
That's fine. I would say there are plenty of people who can help. Even banks, if you have got a good idea, they'll ask you to write a project proposal, banks can assist you. Nowadays, even microfinance companies, they're assisting people with very good ideas. What you just need to do is make sure you put your things down, write them down, make sure your idea is well articulated, and you can then approach people. Well, I know for sure that you're not in an island. For instance, I'm available if you need help from me, as to say, okay, well, this idea, whom can I see? But also, even in your church, there'll be people available. In your contacts, people might not have the money, but people might give you the direction. They might give you who to approach and where can you be assisted. And I also want to maybe to also add something on that. There is more value in having so many people assisting a vision. I tell you, I have not written a book in my life. Now I think the first book that I am writing is at the editing stage and will be out. Thank God by June it will be out. But I tell you, I had youngsters who wrote some books who had approached me to say, Advocate, can you read this book? Is it a good book? Does it speak to the youth? Does it speak to business people? I feel honored for such opportunity. But what I can pick is that these youngsters know that they need someone elderly or someone with some bit of experience to assist them. So I would say, read good books. If you are venturing into business, read good books. Watch good videos. Try to understand who can be an individual to help you, even from TV. Just have a habit of watching individuals or people who have made it in life. I don't know what have made it in life means, but it's always abused. But people who have done something that is worthy recognizing. So look at those people, watch their videos. What are they saying? What advice can I get from them? They can even direct you from their messages to people who can assist you. So I would say, if you are a close member of our church, and if you know my contact number, it's fine. You can text me or we can talk, then I can help you depending on the nature of business that you want to get into. I can connect you to individuals that can assist you with your idea.
All right. I hope that is clear. We had forgotten to mention that Elder Chimwamurombe is the Harare District Coordinator for the Youth. So he's very much into helping us youth to develop in every aspect, spiritually, in business. So Grace, please be sure to even inbox our Elim Zimbabwe Youth page and we can assist you from there. We've got another question from Lamek Marondela. Is it a question? Okay, we'll come back to that one. Please clarify your question. I do not quite understand it. Then another question from Munyaradzi. How do I go about registering a partnership in Zimbabwe?
A partnership is very easy, and you and me right now, we can actually start a partnership. It's very easy. A partnership, you just need the individual that you want to work with, obviously maybe you may have one or two people or three people that you want to work with, and you just need to sit down and say, where are we going to work together? What is the business that I'm going to be doing? What are you going to be doing? What I am going to be contributing? Then in terms of our profits, what are you going to be having? Are you going to have 50% each, or you're going to have more and I'm going to have less? So it's a very simple way of starting a business. You just require an agreement between the two parties, and you can then start to trade. But I'm answering a bell of warning. You don't start a partnership with someone who is not your friend. Yes, partnership is it's a model that is based on good faith. It's a fully based on trust. You need to know each other, because why? If you are in a partnership, the acts done by your other partner will bind you as the other partner. So if I'm in partnership with Pamela, if Pamela decides to do something wrong there, we are equally bound. So it's different from a company, because a company's actions are different from the actions of the individuals who are involved in the company. So the company can be sued in its own right, whereas the directors are not involved. Whereas if you are doing the partnership, you are all sued jointly. You are all part of that scheme. So you need to have someone whom you trust and someone whom you like. But I think I've answered this question on what you need. It doesn't take time. You just need to identify your friend or the person that you want to partner with, the nature of the business, what are you going to be contributing, and you must be ready to each other in terms of the profit share. Who is going to bring what? Who is going to do what? Then you assign yourself the roles and duties that you're going to be doing.
I hope that is clear to you, Munyarazi. I'm currently not seeing any more questions. If you do have questions, please quickly comment in the section so that we can address them. But we have learned so much today. I, as a business person who's aspiring to be like you one day, I've learned a lot. I'm taking notes on the importance of all the issues that we've discussed. And I hope that you at home are also doing the same. I hope that we are doing the same. We've got one question from Stanford Chimwamurombe. Given that our current economic environment is very unstable, is it wise to start a business and enjoy the fruits?
Even during difficult times, some have planted and they have harvested. There is no way you can say, I'll wait for the right time. I will give an example again from the book of Ecclesiastes. You can't wait for the rains to come as a farmer. You must start to plow, you must start to look for your seed, you must start to plant. The rain will join you. So the rains will. So the point that I'm making is, you may look at the sector that you want to venture into. Not every sector in Zimbabwe is not doing well. We must be agreeing on that one. Not everything is not right in Zimbabwe. Not everything, or not every business is not performing. You should go now on some financial statements. You see other companies making profits. So the idea is you must then make a calculative move to say, if you have the money, where should I go? So should you then be bent just as you're sitting because fires around you? You must run away. That's when you require strategic thinking now. That's when you require people to assist you to say, okay, I think you may have problems if you enter into this. You may have a problem if you start to do this. Or you may then need to look at the scale. Okay, I have 5,000. Why can't I take 1,000 and start to do this? Oh, I've got 1 million. So why can't I then start to do this? You want to start a car manufacturing company. Then you say, okay, I've got 5 billion. So what can I do? Do we have people who can buy these cars in Zimbabwe? They may not be able to do so. But what I can do now, let me just use maybe 500 million of my billion. Then I can start to import vehicles from Dubai or whichever country or Japan. Then you start to sell them as second-hand cars here. You are already trading. So my point is, let's look at the scale, number one, and also let's be cautious of the fact that there is no such thing called the right time. If you are going to look at the Zimbabwean economy, and if I don't want to, maybe I don't want to ask you too many questions, because we are too few to start the rally here. But if you then look at when things were seemingly bad, maybe some may say even 20 years, some even say even after independence, some even say 10 years ago. So the question is, we are still growing, we are still going, I mean, some of us are getting old. The idea is we can't wait for the right time. We need to be strategic in our thinking, and we need to know where we put our funds in.
Noted, noted. Thank you very much. We've got another question. What is the turnaround time to formalize a business, and what are the costs involved in Zimbabwe?
Okay, in terms of formalization, I guess she's talking, or he's talking about registering a company and what is required. I think the two critical things or two critical offices that you need to approach is the register of companies. And right now, register of companies, we are looking at most within 5 days, you should be able to have your company registered if your paperwork is in order. I say so because sometimes if your paper is not in order, it may take time, there may be queries that may be raised. But you are looking at least 5 days. And the Zimura, where you need to register for taxes, we are looking at the Zimura processes. Now they're even doing it online, so it can be very fast. And you may need to, actually for you to have a tax clearance in Zimura, you need to open a bank account, depending with the bank that you are using. But my bankers are very efficient. They don't take time to open accounts if I approach them. So you are looking at maybe having a bank account within a day or two, which is then approach Zimura online. So I would say, if you want to be very fast and very swift, within 7 days, you should be able to have been registered in all places. Because registration sometimes then require tax, so it's also part of formalization.
Okay.
But when you're now employing people, you may also now want to register with NASA, and you may also want to register with the National Employment Council, depending on the industry that you have entered. So that will also obviously affect the timelines. But if you want to invest in Zimbabwe, and you're coming in, I wrote an article. I would encourage people to visit our website, www.zinaslegalpractice.com. I'll be happy if someone's on the comment who knows it, we can just put on the comment. We wrote an article about the new investment act, ZIDA, the code is ZIDA Act. It stipulates that we now have a one-stop shop where you enter as an investor in an office. You see individuals from the Ministry of Mines, from Zimura, you see the Investment Authority, then everything's done in that one-stop shop. So it's very quick and fast. Coming to the cost, well, I'm not so sure if there's changes that have been done by the government, but the major cost that you may need, if you're not doing it alone, obviously you need to approach a lawyer, both from the memorandum and articles, you need to have them done by a chartered accountant or by a lawyer. You may need to pay some bit of money, but you may use consultants to do the registration, depending with the cost from different consultants. But the figures that we have in the market are ranging between 150 to 200 US dollars. That's the range that you may need. But that is when you are engaging a consultant. But otherwise, the cost to register at the Register of Companies, the last time I checked when I registered a company, it was not even exceeding 500 RTGs. So you may sit down with a consultant, then you may negotiate with the figures, and you may do. I believe you can approach and you can talk about that cost issue outside the interview, because my understanding is that the best way is to engage the consultant and they have an arrangement which you can agree on. But otherwise, it's not expensive. In any event, many people are afraid of minimum costs because they want things just to be for free. No, I will encourage you, I think these figures are quite low. I will encourage you to approach the registrar and the consultant, and we have a company registered. You benefit a lot.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chimwamurombe. We are learning. We're also seeing that we have a viewer from SA. We acknowledge you. Thank you for joining us. I think we can safely say we have had a business dialogue and we have ventured into a lot of the issues we are facing. We continue to ask you to comment or send us messages so that we can prepare other episodes that address the issues that we are facing as Christians in business. I can bring this to an end.
Before you end, something that is very critical, because we are at a Christ-centered dialogue. There is something that we call a corporate social responsibility.
Yes.
This is what companies are doing to the society. If you are a Christian and if you are running any business, I would encourage you to see what you can do to the community. I am always encouraged by a message from one of my pastors that we must make it here on earth and also make it into heaven. The idea is, when you have the money from operations, you must not forget the house of the Lord. And the house of the Lord is not only giving tithe or only giving offerings in church. It's also remembering that there are widows and that there are orphans out there. You need to go out and put your money to the social work, to the areas that you are operating from. And I tell you, God always bless a cheerful giver.
Amen.
The Bible speaks about, your barns will not be emptied if you are a giver. So some of the business will flourish, but sometimes they go down, because when you have the money, the next thing you think is to go to Kariba for a party. The next thing is to go to, my favorite place, Manapus, just to see the animals and enjoy some place river. But you must also then give back to the community. You must also do some social responsibility. Look for an old people's home, children's home, widows' homes. Go there, put your money as a business, and you pray for it. God will bless you, and your business will flourish. Even as things seem to be difficult, you still make it in Zimbabwe.
Wow.
That would be my conclusion on that.
That is true, and it's a principle, a biblical principle, that when we give, we shall receive more. Guys, let us be encouraged to give back to the communities that we're living in. Thank you so much, Advocate Chimwamurombe.
Thank you.
We
Tino.
appreciate the time that you have set aside to help this work. Also, just to mention, our media team is also headed by him, and he has been giving us a lot of wisdom in how to go about it, and he's developing many young people, and we are so appreciative. May God continue to bless you, and we will continue to take notes from your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Tino. It was good to having you on this discussion, and I hope our viewers benefited. I was also encouraged, and I believe one or two people have benefited from this. Thank you very much.